Hi everyone. So this video is specifically for final year students, interns and post interns who are preparing for their NEET PG exam. And people who don't know me, I'm Dr. Sameer Sheikh. I did my UG from Lokmanya Tilak Municipal Medical College and have secured a rank of 452 in this NEET PG. So in this video I'm going to discuss things I have learned during my preparation, and these tips and tricks are definitely going to help you during your preparation. So the first section is your first reading. So if notes of any subjects are not made, make them first. So during my internship, during the first 1 month or 1.5 month, I watched the videos of first year subjects and then I read them. So first of all, the subject notes which are not made, make them first because they are going to be time consuming. So first point is you should make notes of subjects which are not made. The other point is, now when you plan for your first reading, cover all the notes line to line. This is going to be the longest reading, and you should make sure that you do all the coverage of all the notes and set deadlines. For example, if I planned for 6 days of pathology, so stick to it. Even if the syllabus is not completed, note down which syllabus is not completed and do that part in other syllabus, for example. And it is very important for you because especially for interns, if you have a heavy posting, sometimes it is not possible to complete that subject in that time. But sometimes when you'll get light posting, you can come back and read that topic when you have finished that subject deadline. So please put deadlines, because we do not want to study one specific subject 100%. We want to complete all the subjects around at least 80%. So don't target on one subject and don't drag one subject to more days of which you have planned. Okay, so next point is read difficult or remote subjects first, then final year subject which you have read in the last 6 years. Especially for interns, do not bother of final year subject as of now. Read subjects of first year, second year, because these are the subjects which you might have forgotten and they have volatile information. So complete those, because when you will solve GTs, you will definitely solve questions of final year subject from some or the other knowledge, but for first year and second subject you will struggle it. So first read first year, second year subjects. Keep your source constant. Why I am saying this is because I have seen my friends changing the sources because they feel that they are not getting marks by reading those notes. First of all, no notes are going to cover 100% of your information and all your questions. So notes might cover approximately 70% of your questions, and this is completed to 100% by your QBank or your SWTs or your GTs. So this is your build up to be making them 100%. Okay, so keep the source constant. You will revise very easily and very quickly with the same notes. And the other point is read in detail with seeing all the images with respect to topics. So what do I mean by this is, so during the first reading, which is your longest reading, try to correlate with things. Try to go one step forward, see the images, so that you capture or you dissect more easily and you will retain more. So keep that in mind. And even if with starting, for example, if you have finished the patho subject, like what I have did was that we had Dr. Devesh Mishra's patho PDF, and all the images were compiled. So after reading patho, I have seen those images, and at the end of my preparation, it happened that I have seen those image PDF for at least 4 to 5 times, and it was so strong that you will enjoy also. Okay, so the next point is grand test. So what usually happens when you have 12 months to study is that during the first 6 months you should ideally keep a frequency of 1 GT per month, and during that part you should not assess your studies. You should only see how you are managing time. You should only see if you are able to sit for 3.5 hours, and you should get an idea of how many difficult questions are there and how you can solve based on what knowledge you have, and basically that is your baseline. And during the next 3 months, and you should solve 1 GT in 15 days, and this is the part when you should start assessment. This is because during the first 6 months you have completed, almost everyone have completed the first reading, and now you should start assessment, saying that okay, for example, that part I will say in the review. And during the next 2 months you should give 1 GT per week, and this time you should give GTs of different sources. So for example, what I have done was I took test series of DAMS, Bhatia and Marrow, and I have solved all the platforms. The reason being that you don't have bias in your mind. The other point is that every examiner have a different style, so you will get acclimatized to all the styles and you will be very confident. And if you have a similar score on all the types of papers or all the different sources, then you will feel confident that I can perform in all the exams at least at the same score. The other point is the last month which is there, you should solve one GTs 4 to 5 days, and to mention that a day before exam I did my last GT at the same time of the exam, and it was definitely very helpful because it removed all the anxiety, and I was very clear about the exam. And other points are, before GT 45 minutes before GT I used to solve 20 to 25 easy questions custom model from Marrow. So what happened after this was that during the early morning and even after every GT, even during every GT, the first 30 minutes it is going to be like you will be very anxious and you will have a lot of inertia during that period. So to remove that inertia, I solved 20 to 25 questions before the exam, and that was like a warm up for me, so that helped me a lot. Okay, the other point is solve them on your exam day time, definitely. So you should solve all the GTs during 9 to 12:30. Try to solve them. It is difficult during internship, but try to solve them. And how to review GTs. So this is a very important point. So for example, if I have encountered a question which I had no clue of during my exam, so I will add them to GT book, which is a specific book. You should make GT book or 20th book, whatever you call it, and you should see that this topic was not covered or this topic was exotic. You should categorize them and you should add to your GT notes. The other point was, I was confused in two options. So this is because your notes are lacking a detailed information about those topics, so that you can't differentiate between those two options, or there may be lack of concept. The other point is factual questions which I failed to recall. You should add to GT book, because this is the book which you are going to revise more and more during the time. So those factual questions are going to be covered, and you are getting repeatedly wrong the same questions. So for these questions, what I did was, for example, there were dyes which were there for extracellular volume, intercellular volume. I used to forget them and I used to mark them wrong every time. So what I did was, I made charts of them. I used to stick on the wall, and every morning I used to see few charts, so that there was revision of those very factual topics or very irritating topics for me. The other point is GT solving tips. So this is very important, especially for the main exam day. So first 30 minutes there is going to be inertia and anxiety. Anxiety is going to be at a peak, especially during the first 30 minutes. So what you have to do is, you have to attempt straightforward questions, and you have to skip questions which are time consuming and which are out of the box. So for example, of my experience, my first question of my NEET PG was based on some prescription of alprazolam, and I took 15 seconds 20 seconds to see what are the options and what are the questions, what exactly is the question, and then after 15 seconds I was very clear that this is the out of a box question and I should skip it. So I skipped it. So during the first 30 minutes or the 30 questions which I received, I skipped around 4 to 5 questions, and the 4 to 5 or 10 questions, and all the questions other which were straightforward I attempted them. I got confidence that okay, during that questions, and you will definitely going to have 10 out of the 10 questions, you are going to have 2 difficult questions. And due to that anxiety, if you, for example, if you stay at the question and you consume more time than one question, then you will get depressed and you will have more anxiety during that period. So it is better to attempt straightforward questions, skip questions which are time consuming or out of the box. You will definitely get time to review them. You can come back when you are less anxious or your mind is cool, and there is more chance that you will solve it easily when your mind is cool as compared to the first 30 minutes. The time management part is that what I did was, during first hour 65 questions, second hour 65 questions, third hour 60 questions, and during the last 30 minutes what I did was, I solved 10 questions, that I have allotted 10 questions, and I gave 20 minutes to review the skip question and mark question. 20 minutes are a very essential time. It is not less, it is not more. For example, if you have less, you will skip the questions and you will leave questions. If it is more, then you will overthink and you might change answers. So 20 minutes I feel that is the best time, that or the best adequate time to review your questions. So now what is the ideal questions to attempt is, so I feel that due to this competitive nature of this exam, I feel that 195 plus minus 3 is the best range to attempt your answers, questions. And the other part is attempt if even one option is eliminated. Okay, so even a one option is eliminated, you will have 33% of chance that your answer might be correct. So during such a competitive exam you should take chances. And my source of GTs were DAMS, Bhatia and Marrow, what I've said earlier. So now this part is about previous year questions and what is the significance of previous year question. 3-year questions are adequate. So in NEET PG the topics are repeated, but the paper is usually unpredictable in the type of questions. So we can have, like last year we had many like the paper had many scoring system, like also in surgery you had 7 to 8 scoring systems, and it was very bulky questions which were based on scoring system. So now this year it was different. So the point to note is topics are different, but the questions pattern or the question style might be unpredictable. So stick to the topics, and what you will get after solving is, after solving you will get the idea of difficulty of the previous NEET exam. So first of all, I suggest that after your first reading, go and see all this previous year questions, because you will get an idea. For example, if I used to feel that my ophthalm was very worst, but when I solved previous year question, the question level was moderate. It was not so scary as I felt. So this will give you an idea and this will boost your confidence. So that is one important thing. For INA set, what it is there is, you can expect nearly 10 nearly exact repeats out of 200 questions, which was same in this year's INA set. So almost 10 to 12 questions were exact repeats. They might change diagrams of it, but the options and the topic was exactly same. So what you will get of INA set is, so when you solve the INA set question, you can keep those repeat questions in hand for sure. And also the type and the style of question is same in subsequent papers. So for INA set, they usually keep the style of the question same, so you will be very acclimatized to get a new question but in the same style, so you will feel very confident. The next part is few different question points are, so role of SWTs. So subject wise test I used to solve after the first reading or any reading of the subject, and I used to solve random SWTs to revise my remote subjects. Marrow had many SWTs and I took advantage of that, and I used to plan subjects which are, for example, if I have subject finished anatomy 4 to 5 subjects before, and then I used to plan anatomy after 3 to 4 subjects, so that I used to have hold of that subject, and I used to revise all those volatile subjects regularly, which used to have a good retention. What helped me in revision was, first of all, DAMS T&D notes. It was very crisp, and I used to revise my medicine notes of DAMS in around 2 hours, 3 hours, which I feel that it is an incredible source to revise. And the other point was DVT, especially because DVT used to have updates, especially PSM. So you will cover all those things. And special book for your GT, numerical and custom model is very important, because these are going to be your topics. These are going to be your hard work, not of one day but of the whole year, and this is definitely going to fetch you the score which you are trying to target. The other point is bookmarked Marrow Pearls, because this was very accessible. So whenever I used to not get very whenever I used to get less time, or whenever I used to feel that the reading is going to be very difficult for me to pick up the book and then read it all from topic to topic, I used to randomly see my bookmark pearls, and whatever I used to feel interesting, I used to continue to read it. So the other point is, I suggest everyone to solve 100 MCQs daily, and of which 50 questions should be subject which you are reading, and 50 questions should be custom. So I made a custom module book, and it helped me a lot, because it had very random questions and my mind was prepared to solve random questions. And it is obvious that don't worry if you get 20 wrong or 30 wrong during that 50 question custom module. It is going to happen, and it is your subject is very vast. The main point of us is to find our weak points, find our subject topics which are volatile, and we want to pick those. So every day when you will solve that random 50 custom module, you are targeting to see what topics you have not retained, what topics you have read wrong, or what topics you have not read, so which were important. So So that is the target, and you will also note down those points. And noting down those points means writing small 2-3 words only. So you should not make it very lengthy, because to revise it will be very easy. So the last slide of this is how to improve productivity, or how to keep studying during tough times. So everyone during these 18 months of preparation for NEET PG 2021, I have seen my ups and downs, I have seen my friends ups and downs, and what helped me to continue doing it is that, first of all, I used to change subjects or topics when I used to feel saturated. So if I'm reading medicine, I'm feeling that okay, I'm bored, I used to take those subjects which I used to feel that it is interesting, like IPCs of FMT, or any topic which I used to feel that I like them. And take short breaks between your study sessions. So if you are studying for 3 hours, if you are studying for 1.5 hours, take 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes break, because if you don't take break, it will be so saturated, then you will waste time thinking that why I am saturated so much, or why I am not feeling to read much. So it is better to take 10-15 minutes break, do whatever you like, listen some music, or some of my friends used to watch small episodes of TV series. So whatever feels great to you and whatever makes you happy or feels you recharged, do it for 10-15 minutes. And when I used to feel that it is very difficult for me to read notes, I used to see image based questions PDF, like I have discussed of Dr. Devesh Mishra sirs, and these, for if you want, I have the link of Telegram group in the description. In those Telegram group, we have already posted the PDFs, and you can, when you see those images, it is very light to recept and it is enjoyable. Everyone likes images and some small information about it, so that is not going to make your head what do you call it as heavy. It is going to be enjoyable even if you are not feeling to read. Follow few Instagram pages or Facebook pages and at a specified time of the day, like 15 to 20 minutes, go to that, log into Instagram and see those questions they have asked, see any update is there, and note down. What I did other from that was I used to read Marrow Pulse as I have discussed, and I used to also read Marrow Updates. They were very good source because they have crafted it, they have made it that way, and they have picked it what important things they feel that in future exams they might examiners might ask. So that is a very good source, and you feel happy to know updates also. The other point is that it might be, you might feel that every time during your preparation that sometime you will have very difficult time. It is going to happen. Your path might not be so smooth during your preparation, and you'll definitely have ups and downs. The only part is that if you keep studying, or the other point is that you might give up. So now it's on you that if you want to keep going, because I have seen during this 18 months of period with ups and downs, most of my batchmates left studies. So first and most important point is keep studying. Whatever hard work you are doing, it will definitely pay off. Okay, so best wishes for your future and give your best. And the other point is that any other topics which I have not covered, which was not possible for me to cover in this video, please put in the comments all your doubts. I will definitely reply them into the comment section. Okay, thank you.